the new series, Eyes on You. I'm Gigi and this is Ed.
Hello, and today our eyes will be on Winchester, a beautiful little city situated in the centre of Hampshire. Gigi, have you ever been to Winchester?
I'm afraid I haven't, but did you know that Winchester actually used to be the capital of England?
No, I didn't. Have you got any more interesting facts about Winchester?
I'm afraid I don't, sorry.
Well, luckily for you, I know a certain ginger gentleman who knows a lot about the history of Winchester. So, Tom, over to you.
Thanks, Ed, and I'm here on this gorgeous day at the Winchester Barracks Museum. Let's take a look inside where Rachel can show us around. I'm here in the Regiment Museum, where they have exhibits ranging from the 1700s to modern-day warfare. The exhibits cover such battles as the conquest of the Empire, all the way to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. Hi, Rachel. Could you tell me what the Regiment Museum offers to people of Winchester?
Well, the Regimental Museum has been in this building for a long time. And this building has, and the regiment have a long association with Winchester. The museum's open Tuesday to Friday, 10 till 4, and at the weekends, at the moment until October, from 12 till 4. And obviously the museum houses the collection of the Royal Hampshire Regiment, and that goes back to 1702, when they were raised. The kind of visitors we have are those interested in the regiment, those whose families served in the regiment. We have an awful lot of people come because they'd like to ask questions about what their relatives did during the war or at other times. And we provide a service where we will, look into their histories for them and try and answer their questions.
Well, that's the Regiment Museum, and considering it's free, I think it's a fantastic display of Hampshire's war efforts. Now let's move on and take a look at the cathedral. Welcome to Winchester's Cathedral, one of the most historic features in Winchester. Every day, hundreds of people come to see its heritage and learn about Winchester's history. In recent history, world-renowned sculptor Anthony Gormley has installed one of his most famous sculptures called Sound 2. It is located in the cathedral floor and is one of the most popular sites of the cathedral, bringing in a whole new demographic to the area. The sculpture is also situated in other cities all around the UK. Just behind the cathedral, we have the house in which Jane Austen, the famous writer, spent her last days. Jane Austen has become an international sensation since some of her novels have become Hollywood films, bringing people from all around the world to see her final resting place. She is buried in the north aisle of the nave of Winchester Cathedral, where a small memorial lies in her memory. She died on the 18th of July, 1817. As you can see, Winchester has a rich variety of history and heritage. It's definitely worth a look. I hope you found that interesting. Back to you in the studio, Ed.
Well, thanks for that, Tom. Who knew Winchester had such a vibrant and vivid history?
Yeah, I mean, that was really interesting. I love myself a little bit of history, but I want to know what there's to do in Winchester, entertainment-wise.
I know what you mean. I can walk around cathedrals all day, every day, but sometimes you just want to go out and have a good time with your mates.
Yeah, which brings us on to my favourite part of the show, because I am a little bit of a diva myself. I do love the nightlife with Aaron and Daniel, and I must say, those guys are so funny.
They are. As we know from previous shows, those two know how to get their groove on.
No, please, Ed, not here.
Sorry.
Anyway, guys, well, we're going to hand it over to Daniel and Aaron. Sorry, I always get that mixed up. We're going to hand it over to them with the nightlife. So take it away, guys.
Welcome to Nightlife in Winchester. My name is Aaron.
And my name is Daniel.
And tonight we're going to be showing you some of the hottest places to party in Winchester.
But if you're looking for a quiet night in, we know some restaurants and bars that we're going to introduce you to later on in the show.
And even if you're looking for entertainment, we've got a theatre and we've got a cinema.
But if you're looking to get hammered with your friends, we know some cheap nightclubs that we're going to introduce you to later on in the show as well.
So sit back and stay tuned. So what do you think of the nightlife in Winchester?
Yeah, it's alright, it's not too bad. For students, it's great, cheap drinks, good laughs. Personally, I prefer Southampton myself because there's more variety. But all in all, if you're a bit tipsy with a lot of friends, it's not a bad night, it's okay.
What do you think about the restaurants and pubs in Winchester?
I think they're pretty good, Like, we've got a little restaurant down the road called Buddy's Diner. It's having pretty good food. Got another one, little fancy one called Prezzo. There's some nice grub right there. There's a lot of friendly pubs around there. When I go in there, I feel very welcoming. They treat me really well.
What does your nightlife normally consist of?
3 drinks at my house, then Mickey Keys, then Bar 31.
Bar 31 is one of the most popular nightclubs in Winchester. With various student theme nights and a capacity of 300 people, Bar 31 is definitely the hotspot for the student scene nights.
One of the biggest nights they have is Double Trouble, where you can get 2 drinks for the price of 1.
There's a wide range of places to wine and dine in Winchester, from traditional and exotic dishes to a sample of good old USA.
What do you think of the students in Winchester?
The students are pretty good. It's just a shame that there's nowhere later for them to go really in Winchester. They tend to go for more house parties than they do in like places like Liverpool and Bristol. They always go out all the time every night of the week, but Winchester, they haven't really got that options.
The Screen, Winchester's local cinema, is an old converted church that has a comfy feel and shows the latest films.
So there you go. That's the nightlife in Winchester. I hope you have in mind a couple of places where you like to go.
See, the thing is, Winchester may seem like a small town, but when the lights are up, it's time to get your sambuca on.